So if you're looking to get on XiaoHongShu or you already aren't on XiaoHongShu, do you also need a WeChat account or not? Is that important?
It's well, it depends. Actually, I would say that XiaoHongShu is not for everybody. It's the same logic. WeChat is not for everybody.
Right, okay.
It always depends on your own business need and your background and your idea of doing the China market. We have some clients coming to us, and then the first question that they say is, I want to do WeChat account, so how can I do it? I mean, look at your background. You do not have a lot of budget. You are completely new in China market, and you have an aggressive plan in China. Let's say they want to have sales like in the first month going into China, then WeChat is not for you. I'm sorry to say that.
Especially if you're e-commerce.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's always it's really depending on every case and every client is different. Yeah. So it's important to know what you want and your budget, and also to draw a strategy, a complete strategy before deciding to go for WeChat first or XiaoHongShu first.
Okay. So now that we're talking about strategy and we've talked about all these potential clients or these potential sellers who could work on XiaoHongShu. So what do you, if one of these companies is watching and they're like, okay, actually I would be really interested in at least approaching or investigating XiaoHongShu and getting on the platform, what would you suggest are the first steps to doing that?
This is a very good question because, as I said, some of the clients, they just come to us and they said, I want to open a WeChat account and I want sales from the first month. It doesn't really make sense actually. Right. And a lot of them have never thought of what their competitors are doing in the market and where they are.
Right.
Then how do you draw your strategy, and how do you make the decision of having a WeChat account and not on XiaoHongShu or not selling on Tmall, right? So the first step, very important step, is to analyze the market and also to see where your competitors are and what they are doing. For example, we have we're working with a Switzerland brand selling Switzerland-made facial mask. It's a very interesting, it's a very smart move for them to firstly look at on XiaoHongShu where are the competitors and what is their pricing, so that they can draw their pricing strategy and how do they do marketing. Yeah, so this is also what we do for the brands.
And so will you look at that on just XiaoHongShu, or will you also take a look at other platforms like WeChat, Weibo, and maybe like a Zhihu, depending on the client, to see what conversation that is happening about the company and then also their competitors?
Yeah, we can cover all the channels, but it also depends on what the client needs and what they want to do in China market. For example, for this Switzerland brand, they want to focus on selling on XiaoHongShu, and their hero product is the facial mask. So we focus on analyzing their competitors of facial masks, similar products and similar brand background on XiaoHongShu, and give them the advice.
Right, because I think, so what you were saying, what we talked about at one point was that, some people will come and they want to know how much do they need to spend or what kind of things do they need to get invested in, and it's really hard to say unless you know what the competitor is doing.
Yeah.
Is that,
yeah.